This pointer, I can actually select it and maybe delete or something. It's just a general pointer tool. The identify tool is really cool. That's where we're going to be able to see information about something. You know, what the underlying database information may be associated with a park layer or a centerline file. I'm going to click that tool, and right now it's set to topmost layer, and that's going to be the default. And I'm just going to go ahead and click on the screen. We'll see what it gives us here. Right away, it picked the landmarks area. That's Hamlin Junior High School. It's actually labeled here.
Wow.
Hamlin Junior High School.
Yeah.
That's just by using the identify tool. I'm going to click next to that on the park. There's South Ropes Park. It's another layer.
Right.
It's a local park layer. The other one was landmarks, but it's basically finding the first layer it can find, and it's going to that layer and finding what information we're clicking on.
Right. Identify tool, no matter where you are, identifies a parcel, a road,
yeah,
a polygon, a point.
Yep. And here's the street center line right here. I'm going to see if I can catch that. Just get right on it. It got it right there. That's Carmel Parkway.
Wow.
I know where that is. Even though the street's not labeled, this information is lying underneath there. And actually, when we zoom in, that's the information it uses to label some of the stuff. I'm going to zoom in here to this Carmel Parkway. And there it is right there. There's the label.
That's awesome.
So, lots of data here in the street map data. We're going through a few of these tools. This next tool is, and actually with the identify tool, we'll go over in a little bit, is how to add hyperlinks. It'll be in here. We're going to go through that in a second, but right now we're going to go ahead and go through a few more of these tools, and then we'll get to the hyperlink.
Okay.
The binoculars, pretty universal now. Most software.
Right. Any Windows-based program.
Yeah, most Windows-based programs have
yes,
have binoculars, and that's
yes,
that's to find something. What do we want to find? You can type something in here and let it just kind of do a global search in all the layers, or you can pick a layer. Let's say you had a survey layer or some other layer. I'm going to go ahead and scroll down to how about to the state capitals, state and province capitals. Let's see if we can go to maybe this one here. I'm just going to type in Austin. We're just going to see if there's how many Austin capitals there are. There it is. Austin. Not sure that's Austin, Texas, but we're pretty sure.
Well, let's go find out.
It found one Austin in the state capitals layer. I'm going to right click on there. I'm going to say pan to.
Okay.
And you can see the little earth is spinning, and it's still spinning. I'm going to go ahead and let it finish drawing. I'm going to move this out of the way a little bit, and we'll go ahead and close it. Looks like we're in Austin, Texas. Let me go out. Let me use my little scale here and go out to a little bit better. Yep, there's 35, Robert, most dreaded highway.
Yep.
to drive on. Now it's gotten a lot better. They've done a lot of work out there. But we're in Austin, Texas. And
right.
That's the find tool. You can actually use that tool on any layer you have, and it's going to basically search one of the underlying data tables that's in there.
Wow.
Really powerful tool. There's also places you can look for. I'm clicking on the Places tab. This is going to take a little bit. Yeah. You can look for a place name. And I'm not going to go through a lot of this, Rob. I'm just showing the ability of the software to find something.
Right. Well, again, as you know, you are very fluent and very, you've been using this stuff for over 10 years, and the whole point of doing this is, even though we've gone through the 5 steps, and we've also included the database, which is just it's a very big part of GIS. By doing this overview, our goal is to make people's comfort level, like myself, a surveyor who has not really used much software other than coordinate geometry and CAD. GIS is not CAD. But we're going to show folks eventually, and when we get to layout, how you can plot, you can send out maps out of ArcMap and ArcView, but just to give people a better comfort with the fact of avoiding being overwhelmed, because that is, I think, one of the biggest challenges that we surveyors have sometimes is we look at GIS, we know, we hear all the bad stuff, but we don't really hear that much about the good stuff. And that's our goal in showing you this overview, is that anybody that has any background in cartography or mapping or surveying is not going to have that hard of a time picking up. It's pretty intuitive.
That's right.
Thanks.
And what we're going to do here, Robert, I demonstrated this Zoom Previous tool. We're in Austin, Texas now. Got there using the Find tool. I'm going to hit that Previous button a couple of times and get us back to Nueces County, back in Corpus Christi.
Yes.
Hit it again. And we're back in Corpus. Here's a Carmel Parkway here. And let me just go out. Using the little zoom tool. Scale bar. Now what we're going to do, Robert, we've got a base layer in here, and now we want to pull some project data into this project. You know, I'm comfortable with this centerline map, and it's got parts and much of the information I might need for making a map. But I want to bring in some of my project data. So what I'm going to do first of all, I'm going to pull up an Explorer window, Windows Explorer. I'm just in Windows Explorer because I want to demonstrate there is a in our survey projects folder, in our project 09090001 field folder is a text file, and I just want to demonstrate it's just a text file. It's got some information in there, X, Y, Z, and a description and a point number. We're going to demonstrate right now how to bring this XY data into the map and pull some points up and symbolize them. The first thing I'm going to do, though, I'm going to open this particular text file in Microsoft Excel. I want to add a project number, and we're going to use that project number for something a little bit when we do what's called a join.
Right.
And that join is going to allow us to basically merge our point data with some tabular data that basically describes what happened here.
Right, and we go through this in step 3 in hyperlinking also. And one thing to let folks know before you, or as you're going into Excel, you can see that text file with the point number, northern, eastern elevation, and all that stuff, descriptor. You could go in and type the project number on every line.
Yep.
If you were kind of like me. However, with computer background skills and programming skills like you have, you know a much easier way. And take us into Excel and show us.
Yeah, we're going to go ahead and open that with Excel.
And there's probably some surveyors out there that are a lot more fluent with Microsoft Excel than I am.
Yeah. And you can just right-click on it, and if you have Microsoft Excel, you can say Open with Microsoft Excel, and it's going to open it. And it looks like it lost some of the data, but it didn't. Excel just kind of, I can click on here and drag these cells a little bit and make them bigger, so you can see the digits past the decimal here, and it's all in there. And let me see here. I can actually bring this out. So we've got a point number, X, Y, Z, and a description. What we want to do is add a project number, Robert. And so I'm going to go ahead and get myself a column header here. Call project null. It's just an abbreviated column header. And ArcMap will limit the number of characters you can have. Just keep them small. I think the limit maybe 11 or 15. But
okay.
Just keeping them small and simple is probably best. And I